Welcome back, guys. First of all, with braised pork. We're now in the back. This chef is now braising. This chef is now braising the kidney of a pig. Pig kidney is what's in the first dish. Stir-fried pig intestines. Let us know if you can hear as well. Hi Jose, great to see you. So the first dish is a combination of different things that's stir-fried. First of all, they will have to make the wok full of oil, so it's easier to stir fry it and keep things tender. Welcome back. And here all of the seasoning in a Chinese kitchen. Especially in the northeast of China, people love to have garlic in their food. And also check out the beautiful fire or gas. You can make your ingredients dance like this. How do you guys think? How do you think of his cooking skill? I am amazed. Hi, Brandon. So this one is already finished. Liu San Yang. And the owner is going to take it outside. And the second one we are going to make is the crispy sweet and sour pork. So because they don't have time to wash the wok in a sink, the Chinese kitchen chef has thought of a different way of cleaning the wok in between dishes. Brandon said, I love your country's history and everything it has to offer. Thank you so much. Yes, the wok is well heated. Sorry, Jose, for making you hungry. What did you have for dinner, everyone? And how do you think about this typical Northeast Chinese food? So he's adding a lot of cooking oil into the wok. But the gas of the wok is really well heated. And now he is braising the meat. He's putting a lot of fresh pork meat. Kenny said lunch for me was spicy sliced fish with rice. Sounds yum. Welcome back, guys. 师傅，这个肉要弄多长时间呀？3分钟。So the chef said usually they keep massaging each piece of the meat for 3 minutes before putting them into the wok. 为什么要一条一条的放进去啊？这样是不是散开了？要一会儿的话就变成糊了。So the reason he puts them one piece after another inside the wok is to prevent each piece to get stuck with each other. 师傅，您这里锅包肉的这个配方是不是最传统的这种配方啊？对。谢谢。So the chef said that the crispy sweet and sour pork recipe in this restaurant is the most traditional. 一般一盘要放多少片肉啊？22片，谢谢。So the chef said, for each of the dish for one plate, usually they will put 20 to 23 pieces of meat. So they have this down pat. You can see the pork after stir frying and deep frying and curing is dancing in the wok. Why is he taking off the flour? 师傅，我们有观众问你，为什么把面粉那个撸掉了？
面粉撸也太厚了，挂的太厚了，不能说口感。
好。So Gloria, his answer was actually if the flour was too thick, then it will be too much inside the dish. So he takes off a little bit of them and leave just the right amount. This pork gets a spa treatment. Wow, check this out. Now all very crispy and deep fried. There's a story that comes with this dish, which I will tell you when we get to try it. 师傅，这个炸要炸多长时间
2分钟左右。
2分钟。但这是猪油吗？
这是醋和糖。
醋和糖。So he is mixing vinegar and sugar syrup. This is the already made syrup that will be coated around those pork. Do they have cookbooks on the food that they make? 师傅，那个观众问你这个锅包肉有没有写好的一个菜谱，就是一个做法，还是就是传下来的，就您心里记住的，还是有一本书你们学？
没有心里记住的。
记住的啊。So good question, Beth. Like many of 小心 like many of the Chinese chefs, they remember the ingredients and recipe by heart. Chinese cooking, or a difference between Chinese cooking and Western cooking is because those type of food have passed down from generations, and usually people see them made at home in their home kitchen by grandma, grandpa. So they don't actually have a book that writes down an accurate gram or measurement of how much they would make. They feel it, they listen to the sound of the wok, and they feel it with their hand, and they taste with their tongues, so they know how much to put in. 师傅，这个为什么要炸2次啊？ So I'm asking the chef why he has to fry it a second time. 这个每个锅包肉是要炸2次吗，师傅？
对。
啊。So he says he had to fry it a second time to make sure that the outside coating is golden and crispy. Jose wants a plate of food. Sorry, Jose, to make you hungry. When you go to a northeastern Chinese food restaurant in your neighborhood or in Chinatown, you would get some of this beautiful food. And over there is actually a table for them to make steam buns. You can see the rolling pin right there, and up there they have the steamer, bamboo steamer, but coated with steel to make it more useful and powerful. So because he used a lot of oil, oh my goodness, that was bomb. So now he puts the garment inside. They've got ginger, spring onion, and now he coats the syrup outside of the pork very quickly and then puts it and present it on the plate. And he washes the pork. Can you do chicken in the wok? Said James. Of course you can. 谢谢师傅，辛苦了。I said thank you to the chef, and I hope you do the same as well. I can already smell the beautiful smell of Duobao roll, the sweet and sour pork. And now he's making another serve of it. So guys, in here they are steaming pork 棒，能不能稍微开一下看？开不了是吧？ So I asked the boss whether we can open it, but she said actually no, because they have to keep the right temperature inside. However, I think that outside we already have customers who ordered the pork bun, so we can go and have a look. 谢谢师傅，再见。So the chef said bye to us, and it's time for us to try our dish for the day. So amazing. Check out the beautiful color. The Chinese dish, no matter which part of China, we always say that it has three really important things, which is color, 色, and flavor, 香, 味, and taste, 色, 香, 味. The three parts had to all combine. So what do you guys think of this beautiful spray? And do you think Leah and I can finish all of them for the day? I don't think so, but hopefully you give us a confidence vote. It is really hot in here. Let me sit down and take our first bite. I know that you guys can't wait. So first of all, I'll take my mask off, and I'm sweating inside really bad because it's really hot today. However, and we have this safety chopstick here. Let me see what you guys have said so far. Gloria said it looks really good. Yes, totally agree. They look really good. Send my love to you and all of China. Thank you. 这是哈尔滨的那个特定的汽水是吧？大白梨。So this is 大白梨. Maybe my colleague Jiang Xiao behind the camera would have tried before because she is from Harbin. And this is the drink, soft soda drink. It tastes really good, and it's quite appetizing. So in Beijing we have Beibingyang, and in Xi'an they have Bingfeng, but in Harbin we've tried 大白梨, which is a typical soft drink for the locals. Right, let's try this. So you can see that the crispy pork is coated with syrup, and the syrup is down here. Even though it's coated with syrup, it still looks very clean and crystal-like. This is one piece, it's a huge piece, and it's coated with crispy coat. It's very sweet. It's almost like orange pork. You can see from the inside that there's only a very thin slice of pork, and outside it's all coated with flour. Hi Eric, great to see you. It used to be a city that was built upon the Russian railway. So a lot of Russians were here, and the Chinese merchandise cooked one type of fried the pork inside the wok. And for the Western appetite, they have put sweet and sour sauce outside for the Western. Let me take the camera. Do you like it? finish the whole thing. Northern part of China. Dabaili, and she loves. I, on the other hand, am from the southern and east part of China. So for me, thank you. So for me, this type of food is a little bit heavy. I am more accustomed to soft soup, noodle, or porridge, but still, some occasions we can pick out on. So let me see what you guys have said so far. How is it, Leah? Leah loves it very much. Leah approves. Yes, that's right. Does pork still get the crunch when you bite into it? Yes, definitely. It definitely still has the crunch. This is not the polar bear soda. This is the white pear soda. White pear soda. Let's try this before different parts. You have the pork intestine, you have the liver, and you also have the kidney, I think. And it's not for the faint-hearted. Usually my favorite would be the kidney. Sending some to you guys. This is really, really good. This is really, really good. For me, I like this one better than the crispy sweet and sour pork because I don't like sweet meat. I think meat should be salty and spicy. Meat shouldn't be sweet or sour. So for me, even though this is the Haobing signature dish, but I'm so sorry for any of the local Haobings out there, I would vote this over this one. So what would you guys think? Which one would be your favorite out of these two? Number one or number two? Key in number one if you love this one more. Key in number two if you love the crispy sweet and sour pork more. Number one or number two? Give me your votes. Another reason I love this one more is because it has a lot of garlic in it. And garlic not only is healthy, but also really gives a pungent taste to the dish and make it a little bit sweet, spicy, I should say. So, your turn, Leah. Please. 6、3、1 for Leah. Leah smells it before she eats it because she doesn't like garlic too much. Leah, number one or number two?
I like this one.
So sweet and sour pork is Leah's choice. That's the one that she picks. So she picks number two and I pick number one. So we each get one dish that we love. What do you guys think? Let's see what you guys said so far. Garlic is the best. Emma, great minds think alike. I also think that garlic is the best. Even though it's hard to brush the smell off and I have to chew chewing gum all the time. However, I love garlic. I like the crispy and sour pork, Jason. So Jason, you are in team Leah or team crispy sour pork. Number uno. Uno des... oh gosh, my Spanish is all gone, Eric. So please remind me what uno is in Spanish. I love number two. Sweet meat is disgusting. I agree with you, said Abel. Thank you. So you must be on team Lucy or team stir fry three things. Hello to Giovanni. You missed out a lot of our cooking ingredients, Giovanni, but you're still not late. Number one, please. Number one, thank you. Wow, thank you. So many comments. Our happiness is watching. That's really good. Stan, you haven't given me your vote yet. Number one or number two would be your favorite. I like it on my breakfast cereal. Oh wow, Uno is one. Thank you, and welcome to Rob, who is here. Uno is one, so uno, dos, tres, uno. Oh, how do you say number 2 in Spanish again? I forgot. Let me drink some of the white pear soda. Maybe it will help me remember. So good. So I have, if I am not doing a live stream, I will be finishing the whole dish of number 1. But because we are going to talk to you more about this beautiful street block. Oh, this is so good, this one. So let me take my pear soda with me to go, and I'll ask the nice boss to pack this up to take away for me. And we'll keep touring this beautiful 老道外 street block. 服务员，能不能帮我打包？ So, one tip in China is if you want to take things away, it's called 打包 D-A-B-A-O 打包 means to go or take away. 这俩。好的，好的，好的。好的，好的。To go is take away, 打包 in China, and if you can't finish your dish, remember to use this phrase. So Leah, do you think we should wait and take it with us or come back to collect it?
Come back.
Okay. Sorry, I am burping a lot because of the soda I was drinking. 那个大姐，我们待会儿回来拿，您先放这儿，好吗？行，谢谢。So one thing you have to know about the locals in Northeast China is they really have a strong character because the winter here is really cold, so they had to build up their strength to fight off the cold. And they're loud, very loud people, but very hospitable and very straightforward. And you can tell from the people we're seeing here. We have a group of customers here having the beautiful steam bun. Let me ask whether they're happy for us to film a little bit. 您好，我们是中央广播电视总台做一个旅游的直播，看您吃的这个包子，能我们拍一下吗？因为我们自己没有点，您继续吃，继续吃，我们就拍一下就行了。哎，好。So they've allowed us to film the beautiful steam bun. 您点了哪些口味啊？点了哪些口味？山东包和素的是吧？ So they have ordered the Shandong style and vegetable style. 行，谢谢您。I've said thank you for them to them. And the pork they have ordered also has the history of this place. 谢谢老板娘，我们待会儿回来取。好，拜拜。So be careful, Leah. And I'm really happy to have this beautiful soda drink to go. And let's see what you guys have said. Those buns look tasty and not in a dirty content. They are very tasty. I had some yesterday. I learned something new today. That's amazing. Great to know, Jason. Thanks, China Plus. You are welcome. Giovanni said, here we ask for a doggy bag. I know about that. Many interesting expressions in Australia that I am familiar with, like the buns. Yes, thank you. So guys, let me tell you about this beautiful block. From the outside exterior of the houses, it almost looks like we are walking in an European street. And this whole street, the style of the architecture is named by a Japanese historian, Chinese Baroque. It is named Chinese Baroque because the exterior of the houses is built with Baroque style. Now, if you know Baroque style, someone doing the painting here. 你好. Baroque style started in Italy in 17th century. In 17th century, so the guy was asking whether I should do some painting of my portrait. Do you think, guys, I should do a portrait of myself over there? It might take an hour, and that would be extending the time of our live stream. But anyway, I was saying that the Baroque style of architecture started in Italy in the 17th century, and the Russians brought the Baroque style to this area, Harbin, in the 19th century, 1900, because the Russians came to this city, which used to be a small fishing village, to build its Trans-Siberian Railway. And afterwards, after the railway was built, the Russians, the Jews, the Polish, and the other Europeans, they lived in the inner court, which is the inside of the railway, and in Mandarin we'll call it 道理. So they all live in the inside of the railway. And for the Chinese and Manchurians, Mongolians, they lived on the out quarter or the outside of the railway, and we call it 道外. Let's take a break from my history story, and I want to show you. Let's look at this first. You can see that the people are rather humorous here, and they even gave a face mask to the barber statue. So funny. And like I said, friends who wear masks together stay together. Remember to keep your mask on. And as I was saying, that the Russians lived in the inner court, 道理, and the Chinese lived in the outer court, 道外. And this is outer court. We are in the outside of the railway, the traditional railway. And for the outside, business and economy are booming. And the Chinese businessmen were not happy that Westerners came into our land and lived inside the railway and built their houses. So they tried to imitate but innovate on top of the Baroque style that they brought in. So you can see the outside of these houses are all of European style. And if you don't walk inside, you would think that those are built by Europeans. However, if you look at the patterns and flowers on the outside of the wall, you can see the Chinese interpretation, because usually for an Baroque style building, the outside would be decorated by angels, by music, Western music instruments. However, when the Baroque style came into China, to this part of China, they've put auspicious Chinese decoration on the wall of Baroque. For example, I'm not sure if you can see the grapes, 葡萄, the grapes outside of the wall, because grapes is a lucky symbol in China. So even though the builders back then were building a Baroque style building, they put some Chinese symbol outside. So this whole street is a big fusion of China and Western building style. And it is also the biggest Baroque style building that's still left in China. So now let's take a break from our history lesson and let's check this out. 老师您好，我们到了。您好. So this I know everybody loves. It's a Chinese sugar candy figure. And we are going to make one today. 老师，我们这里可以做哪些不同的样子啊？都可以做。您介绍一下几个不同的样子。这些都是可以做的吗？Wow. So, guys, all of the photos here, we can make a candy figure loaf. So, choices. First of all, I'll let Leah show you the photos first. Oh. And you guys, you can have a look at the photos and you can come up with a thimble that you like to make. Let me see what you want to make. Have your imaginations. You can create your own figure and ask this master to make for you. Maybe you can even make a symbol for China Plus. But what do you guys think? Let me take your comments and waiting for your creation and choices. Jose said it's really cool. Thank you. It is really cool here. Love the art of this candy making. Yes, I think so. Sugar figures are popular. Everett is giving me an emoji of grapes. Thank you. And I feel like I'm lucky today because I received a bunch of grapes. The structure is breathtaking. Thank you, Keenan. And thank you for your lovely comment for yesterday's live stream as well. Beautiful day, a beautiful and hot day. At the same time, the dragon. Okay, Stan, your wish is granted. 我们观众要做一个龙。
可以。
多少钱龙？
龙
30。So it's 30 yuan to make a dragon. 30 yuan is less than.
先熬糖啊。
So first, 我们到那儿去看一下您熬糖吧。做好了我再付钱。我们先付，谢谢。看一下过程。So first. 老师，您姓什么？
姓
刘。Mr. Liu is making the candy. 好的。He's making the candy syrup inside. Mr. Liu is actually a celebrated. 还没有熬好是吗？Mr. Liu is a celebrated sugar candy maker in China. And he is really famous in Harbin, as the saying, his introduction says, really famous in Harbin. And thank you, Leah has bought it for me. Thank you so much, Leah, for buying me and our audience a dragon. 刘老师，您这是一个祖传老手艺，对吗？
对呀。
您是第几代传人呀？
第三代。
So Mr. Liu is actually the third generation apprentice of the candy figure making. 请问您家里是怎么样学上做这个糖人的？
这个是老爷的手艺。
老爷的手艺，他当时是自己研究出来的。
是老爷闯关东带过来。
好，明白了。So Mr. Liu said that this technique has been brought to him by his grandpa when they were 闯关东, and he mentioned a really important phrase which is also important in the history of Harbin, 闯关东. Harbin is in the far northeast of China, and we usually refer it to the Far East back in the early days of China, and a lot of the people in Shandong and Hebei provinces, a little bit to the south of the city, they were seeking new opportunities. new business opportunities.
做了啊。
哎，画了是吗？ They were seeking new business opportunities, so they left their hometown and said that they are those people who 闯关东. They came to the far east of China, and they have set up the Chinese Baroque Street. And they were the first group of merchandises in China.
唐画起源于明代，距今约有500-600年的历史。
So
传统文化。
谢谢. So this is the intangible heritage of China, candy figure, and it has started in the Ming Dynasty. 500 or 600 years of history. Is it caramel? Yes, Stan, it is caramel. Jason said, 谢谢 to Leah. You are most welcome. Hi, Andy Boyle. Great to see you again. Thank you for your comments for yesterday's live stream, and thank you for continuing to watch. How many does he make a day? Great question. 我们有观众问您一天大概做多少个汤人？
这个需要取决于我的粉丝有多少。
So he said it depends on how many of orders he get. 最多的有最忙的一天曾经做了多少个？
这个定不下来。
定不下来。
就是说，忙的时候就是连吃饭的时间都没有。要是不忙的时候呢，就是可以
稍微轻松点啊。
对。
So he said that it really depends of how busy he is. Sometimes he's so busy he doesn't even have time for lunch. And which is quite shocking because he has his store in this merchandise street, so must be so busy that he can't even get time for lunch. And he said sometimes when he's not busy, it's quite a leisurely day. So you can see that the dragon looks like this, really quite vivid. And you can see that the horse is this one, and this looks like a fish, I think. I thought it was a goldfish, but it's a rose. He can even make a Kung Fu Panda, which is the one I will make next time, I think. Kung Fu Panda. He can even make dragon, a dinosaur, and Groot from the movie Star Trek or Star Lord. I am Groot. He has a steady hand for sure. 请问从小学这个难吗？
还可以。
So I asked whether it's hard to learn as a kid, and he said not so bad. You can see Mr. Liu is wearing, it looks like he has cut tattoos on his arms, but actually he's just wearing a sleeve for sunblock purposes. Yes, it is a very detailed artwork, very nice. "请问从您开始接触这个到现在，大概一共做了多长时间了？
从10来岁开始做这个。
Wow, you can see the claws of the dragon, really detailed, and now he's carving some more details on it. And he started when he was only 10 years old. 请问这个糖画糖是从哪里取？
这是我们自己熬制的。这是蜜糖。
So Stan, he make the caramel themselves. 糖画和那个浙江那边的吹糖帮没有什么关系。
那是糖画分那个 流派，分种类。就是吹糖、化糖、做糖，它是各种的方法，各种的手法去表现这个东西。
好的，那我说一下。
这个是化糖，又叫撒糖。
哦。
我们老刘家这叫撒糖画。撒糖画，过去叫倒糖人。
哦，对。
你像以前，这个糖画，以前叫，在各个地方叫法不同。也叫糖关刀，也叫糖灯影。
好嘞。
这个撒糖画呢是，糖画是最近几年的叫法。
谢谢。那您现在这个步骤是做什么？
现在做的这是龙，这个叫板龙。板龙。
那我跟观众介绍一下。So he says that wow, he's adding more details on the dragon, the scales of the dragon. So he said that for sugar in China, people have many different ways of making sugar into art. They have blown sugar figure and spraying sugar figure and also painting sugar figure. So for Mr. Liu's family, they have 撒糖画, which is spraying sugar figure, and it's more flat rather than a three-dimensional figure. Is that cane sugar or beet sugar? It is cane sugar, Giovanni. 很漂亮. Is there something on the table keeping the table warm or cool so it doesn't stick? That's a great question. 请问这个它怎么能不粘在下面那个板上？这个板有没有什么特殊的，就是它的糖不会粘在上面？
过去这个不是这种板，是石板。
哦。
你像老爷那时候用的都是青石板。现在呢，就是用这种板，也能起到那个青石板那个作用。对。它轻快一点。
哦，明白了。So back in the days, they put a stone or rock on the for the sugar to put on, so that the sugar doesn't stick. But now they use those steel block, so that it's lighter.
这个糖画讲究，手眼心结合。这个手这个。
So the making of the sugar figure, you need to have your hand and your eye and your heart all in sync. Like Stan said, that he does have a very steady hand. 好的是吧？ And now you have to let it dry a little bit more, and it's now finished. Whoa, 谢谢。Thank you guys. So this is 板龙, a beautiful dragon made by Mr. Liu. 真的很漂亮. So it's really quite pretty with all of the details. 有那个很多那鳞片都看出来了. All the details in. This is, I think,
今天气温稍微有点高.
The most beautiful sugar candy figure that I've seen. So much detail in one place. A true artwork combination of your eye, your hand, and your heart.
那个先放在这儿待一会儿，硬不硬？
好的。先放这儿还是拿着走？
我给你装个袋子吧。装个袋子，硬不硬？
装个袋子，可以。
下边都有我的介绍。
So now we're going to put the dragon in a package.
因为我这口才也不是很好，有些时候。
挺好的。那我们现在是装袋子是吗？So now we're going to put it in a package. Just wow, thank you, sir. You're most welcome. 观众都说您做的挺好的。He is a master. Yes, then thank you. I will tell him art candy. Yes, it's this candy and also art. Casikon Holden said that is so cool. Thank you. Andy said he's doing an awesome job. Very cool candy dragon. Thank you guys. I will tell him what you have said. 他们观众说您做的这个是非常有艺术性的。So this is what you can do for a whole day in the Chinese Baroque street. This street is open 24 hours a day, and you can come and enjoy. You can view the beautiful architecture, and this whole block is free of charge. Cool, and now we've put it in a package. Jason, he's doing an amazing job. Thank you. And we have Aline here. Hi, and welcome back, Aline. We are making a candy sugar figure. Hello, 谢谢。谢谢。再见。
好，再见。
再见。拜拜。So now, taking this dragon that we've made in the ice city of Harbin, let's keep going. The weather is too hot today, so let's pray that the candy doesn't melt. Wow, there's some cool food here as well. Wow, check this out. 老板你好。So, people of Harbin love to eat these kind of salads. For example, this is 肉皮冻, which is pork jelly. And they have all kinds of breast meat, breast stomach, breast sausages. And for the people of Harbin, they would have one meal, just have all this salad. Whoa, what is this? And this is a freeze pear. Let me take this up. 大姐我看一下 totally frozen. And I heard that this is really, really yummy too. And they say that dumplings in Northeast China is the most authentic. 大姐，您看一下您做饺子。
啊，行。
这是什么馅的呀？
白菜。
So this is
白菜肉的。
pork and cabbage filling, and you can see that she is a really experienced dumpling maker. In just a few seconds, he finishes one of them. 大姐，为什么哈尔滨人这么喜欢吃熏酱啊？
熏酱这属于咱们哈尔滨的特色。
So she says this is a Harbin specialty that they love. Any of you guys feel like dumplings? Please come to Harbin and have some authentic ones. 谢谢大姐，再见。So let's keep going, and let's see if I can take you all the way through to the other side of the street and tell you what really is the meaning behind Chinese Baroque. So if you have a look this way, it's almost like the whole street view, almost like we are walking on an European street. However, you see these people playing with their kids. Wow, this statue is quite hot because of the sun today. But you can see a lot of the Chinese style in here, and the girl is buying things. So let's take you inside. Let's see what the secret is inside these buildings. Leah, would you like an ice cream? No, that's okay. So from here, let's go inside. Doesn't she make that look easy? Yes, she makes it look so easy. So guys, we're now entering the Baroque street. So you guys, even though the outside looks European, but you can see, ta-da, the door is actually of Chinese style. So you won't see the door like this in an actual Baroque building in Europe. And when we come inside, ta-da, Chinese style courtyard. So usually in a Baroque style courtyard, you would have fountains and stuff, but they have built the exterior in European style, but inside they still kept the Chinese heart. So you can see this is the typical green and red veranda that the Chinese people love. And this is a traditional northern courtyard, 四合院, 4 squared courtyard style inside. And if you have a look this way, you will never imagine that the outside of this area is actually European architectural feature, because from the inside, Jesse said, amazing detail, thank you. Cassico Holden said, that's nice, thank you so much. Yes, it's a very large courtyard. Qingxie is here. Welcome, Qingxie. Qingxie said it's amazing down places. Because the Baroque style has been in Harbin for more than a century, so where we're walking now is in 2014, so about 6 years ago, they have developed this area as a touristy area. However, through this Baroque building have been run down or deserted when people moved to new apartments. And there's still an area that has been run down. But you can see these people, they're doing some kind of a drama rehearsal. So guys, sorry that I'm making Leah so busy, but from here, you can also see what I meant by a Chinese Baroque. So from the outside, it looks Chinese, looks European, but have a look at the special decoration symbol in the center of the doorway. That is a Chinese lucky symbol, and have a look at the door. It's a Chinese door for an European building, and inside is again a Chinese courtyard, but this one is also very big, and I'm guessing belongs to a rich merchant because it's 3 levels tall and really quite pretty. Worth a photo. Beautiful trees. Imagine back in the days, the Russians, the Jews that come to this place to have some food and have a leisure time under the shade. So they have to cross the railway road because back in the days, the Russians and the Westerners live in the inner court, Daoli, and the Chinese and Manchurians live in the outer court. But of course, now things are totally different, and all the nationalities are mixed and well together. And Daoli and Daowei are just 2 normal residential blocks. So now, let's go to the rundown places to see the real Chinese Baroque and the real Lao Daowei. We call it Old Daowei. Cassican says, thank you, you are welcome. Yes, the courtyard is so big. And the beautiful manual or mural, sorry if my English doesn't help, mural on the wall to show you what life back in the years are like. This is a huge stage for performances. And check this guy out. Can you see that this bronze statue is also wearing a mask. So the people of Harbin are reminding you, using their own humorous way, to be safe and wearing masks. This is actually an YCA, International Youth Hostel. And we're almost finished the touristy area and entering into the actual rundown places. Oh, check this out. Again, this guy is wearing a mask. Thank you, Qingxie. Beautiful morals. Qingxie, did you see the part where we were making crispy sweet and sour pork? It was so good. But of course, the other dish was even more amazing. So guys, this screen or fence says Chinese Baroque, 中华巴洛克. Here is another restaurant. And now in here you can have a look. It looks like all the buildings are under construction. Actually, people have moved out. And these are the actual old streets of the leftover Baroque buildings from centuries past. So this one, I can tell that it looks really quite Western inside, outside, but inside it's different. This one is Lao Ding Feng. I'm sure my colleague behind the camera knows about this, Lao Ding Feng. This is actually a cake shop that a lot of the Harbin locals still love to come. And check this out. The government has plans to renovate all of the rundown houses. However, because of COVID outbreak, the plan has been put to a pause, but they will resume construction soon. And this tall building in front of us is actually the gold trading place. It was the old gold trading place, Zhongya Jinhang, and it is another good example of the Chinese Baroque style building. You can see it has phoenixes, Chinese flowers as decorations outside. And because it's closed now, we can't go inside and have a look there. I wish I was there in summer. Our travel back has to wait until the world is healthy again. I totally agree with you, Qingxie. But hopefully, our program gives you hope and gives you motivation to stay healthy and get the world back to normal as much as you can. You can see this guy using his favorite camera taking some shots of the Chinese Baroque building. Let's see if he's happy to talk to us. 大哥您好，我们是中央广播电视总台在这边做一个节目介绍，给外国介绍中国的。您是来这儿旅游的吗？
我是出差过来的。
出差，然后您是喜欢怎么听说这里的？
听说对。
啊，然后对这边感觉怎么样？
还可以吧。
哦，是。
但是这个地方关了，它这个。
对对对。
那一片关了。是的，是的，是的。还是有点历史的沧桑感吧。
是的，是的，谢谢您，谢谢您，祝您旅途愉快。So he was saying that he's on business trip here, and it's unfortunate that a lot of the shops are closed, so he can't get a good view of how it used to be. However, he really likes the historic feel of this place, the historical sort of bittersweetness of this place. And really, in this place, you can touch history and see how old combined with the new, because you can see the shared bike, which is a new invention of 21st century China, and it's they're all packed in front of those old buildings. This building is a heritage building and the construction time is unknown, guys. But when you see inside Zhongyang, you can actually see how many people are trading here back in the days. Let me just touch the history a little bit. Of course, it's not something you can do all the time, touching the buildings, especially, for example, on the Great Wall, you can't touch the wall. However, when I'm able to do it, I did it. Now, I want to keep taking you to a hospital, Chunhua Hospital, on the other side of the street. Those two are all the gold merchandise place. Beautiful. Thank you. Your program is inspiring. Thank you so much. Glad you're wearing a mask, said Ivan. Thank you so much. Yes, we are trying to keep as healthy as we can. This has been a great live stream. Thank you so much, Stan. Stan, check this out. Chunhua 医院, the Chunhua Hospital. You'd really think without those 4 Chinese characters, you are in Europe. However, have a look at those decorations, and especially this one, the golden one in the center of the door. It's a bat, 福, 蝙蝠. It's a bat, and lucky clouds. So you can really see they have mixed the Chinese style with Baroque. Then that's why they're called Chinese Baroque. And this building here, sorry to make Leah so busy, is another type of rundown building. And you can see plants are already growing on the rooftop of the building. But imagine just 90 years ago, watch out at the cars, Leah. 90 years ago or a century ago, only 100 years ago, this place used to be so busy with so many people doing trade. And now with the passing of time, things change and the building have been left and finished its historical duty. And now people are using it as a place for memories. So let's keep going this way. You're right, Stan, lots of Audis. So China is really a place with a lot of history. In Shanghai, you can see the Nongtang, which is the Shanghai style alleyway. In Beijing, you can see our hutongs. And in Harbin, you can check out the Chinese Baroque street. This green one is so pretty, the green color. It looks almost like any of the houses in South Yarra in Melbourne, or maybe a place in the US, but it is in China, and it's evidence of culture and trade exchange between China and the rest of the world. So today we have talked to you about guobao rou, which is the signature Harbin dish, and we have talked to you. We are standing here right now in the biggest Chinese Baroque building block that's still existing in the whole of China. This is the one. And this is our second last day of our trip in Harbin, Heilongjiang. But we are going to go to another city that's even further east, the border of Russia. So guys, on this note, remember to wear your mask, remember to preserve your history, and remember to eat well. Bye bye, and this is your dragon. Bye.